Now, while you might have thought that all the raids or the protests were happening in Los Angeles, turns out in New York City, they've been having their own little mini protests and rioters. More than 20 arrested in New York City as a mob tries to block the federal government from conducting immigration raids because, of course, they are. More than 20 people were arrested. In fact, let's see. Is this, Nope, nothing there. Okay. More than 20 people were arrested Saturday as a mob of nearly 150 protesters, so only about 15% of the LA numbers, cursed at cops and tried to block federal authorities from conducting immigration raids in Lower Manhattan, according to a police source. The angry, masked demonstrators yelled, "Motherfuckers," at officers who sat in the roadway, threw objects, and even themselves in front of an unmarked white van with tinted windows as it tried to leave 26 Federal Plaza, where the U.S. Immigration Court is housed. Look at this a-hole. You know he's like, yeah, I'm getting arrested for justice.
How dare you?
Now, 6 uniformed Department of Homeland Security officers yelled to back up, while shoving the agitators, moving them aside. And demonstrators hauled metal barricades, orange traffic cones, even fished a drawerless dresser from a nearby dumpster to throw it in the street in an attempt, as if that was going to stop them, to block the van, but cops quickly moved it out of the way because trash is easy to move. They've had plenty of practice with all the homeless people in New York City. Now, the vehicle was finally able to drive away after about 2 minutes, but the scene later devolved into mayhem as nearly 40 New York police officers and federal officers continued to clash with demonstrators, according to video. And the arrested individuals were issued summons, according to a New York Police Department spokesperson who said cops had responded to a 911 call about a disorderly group and observed the scofflaws. God, that is an old word. Sitting in the roadway to block the traffic. You know, you just give these people jail sentences. That's all you got to do to put an end to this kind of shit. Now, Tricia McLaughlin, DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, praised the police for quickly responding to the riotous scene and arresting the agitators after rioters interfered with ICE's immigration enforcement operations. Secretary Kristi Noem's message to rioters is clear. You will not stop us or slow us down. ICE will continue to enforce the law, and if you lay a hand on a law enforcement officer, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. That is good to know. And a similar scene erupted in Los Angeles, which we all know about. And see, here, they got in right away. The New York PD, the NYPD came in right away, whereas in Los Angeles, it took hours. Because in Los Angeles, they let that stuff fester. California loves for riots and protests to break out. It's an excuse for the government to do nothing.